Something huge is about to shake up Emmerdale. Charity Dingle's baby secret is closer than ever to being exposed, and with Mackenzie Boyd finally back, she may not be able to keep the truth buried much longer. Let's break down exactly what's happening. Mack, played by Lawrence Robb, has just returned after barely surviving a shocking ordeal. Viewers will remember John Sugden, played by Oliver Farnworth, attacked him with a bow and arrow before trapping him inside a bunker, leaving him to die after Mack discovered his true identity. Against all odds, Mack pulled through. But as he comes home, what's waiting for him is just as dangerous in a different way: the fallout from Charity's secret. This isn't just any secret either. It all started when Mack and Charity clashed over her decision to be a surrogate. The arguments were fierce, especially after Mack pointed out that Charity had even forgotten the anniversary of their miscarriage because she was so focused on someone else's baby. In the heat of that pain, Charity, played by Emma Atkins, spiraled. She hit the self-destruct button, turned to whine, and ended up sleeping with Ross Barton, played by Michael Parr. And that's when things took a dramatic twist. Not long after, Charity discovered she was pregnant. For her granddaughter Sarah, played by Katie Hill, it felt like a miracle after hearing the implantation hadn't worked. But the truth is much more complicated, because there's a very high chance this baby could be Ross's, not Mack's. Ross quickly suspected the truth. He started putting pressure on Charity, demanding she take a DNA test. For weeks, she tried to hold him off, but the weight of the situation was too heavy. Eventually, she agreed. And that led to a brutal 10-day wait for the results. 10 days filled with guilt, dread, and panic over what the test might reveal. But Charity hasn't been able to hide her guilt. Mack has noticed. Chuz even caught her meeting secretly with Ross on the very day of the DNA test. Now Mack is pushing harder, trying to uncover what she's hiding. He's seen how strangely she acts around Sarah, and he can tell something is deeply wrong. Charity, though, is doing everything she can to avoid the truth. When Mack confronts her, she deflects, changes the subject, and tries to cover her tracks. But the cracks are showing. Her guilt is pouring through, and the secret is seconds away from blowing up. So what will finally trigger the truth? Will Mack figure it out on his own? Will Ross force the issue into the open? Or will Charity finally crumble under the weight of her lies and admit everything? One thing's for sure, when this secret does come out, it's going to cause shockwaves across Emmerdale, and nothing will ever be the same for Charity, Mack, or Ross.